Hi, my name is Umar. This is Umar. I have a question. Second episode where I tackle questions asked to me. No, I answer questions asked to me from a Twitter post I did. And here we go. So I asked this question on Twitter. I feel like if I say my literature degree, that typo will haunt me forever. So Arisha Rozaidee asked me, macam mana nak graduate? Sincerely, literature major who is hella nervous about her final paper later today. Good luck, Arisha Rozaidee. I am super glad that your final paper has already passed by the time this video is posted. But here is for everyone else who is asking the same question of doing literature. How are we gonna graduate? Ah, I asked myself that question a lot of times because I went to a university which required me to study Arabic. I am not good at that language. The biggest hurdle for me. Everything else was not so much. I took this step into literature out of passion. So fear of the subject was never a problem for me. Rather, there were a few other things that were challenges, and I'll get to that just a bit. Okay, so macam mana nak graduate? I thought about this question and I divided the answer into these main four things. Siapkan assignment, jumpa lecturer, jangan stress, and study smart, play hard. Okay, let's get to it. I think these are the main four things you'll need to face because everything else benda tu dah standard benda lah. You all know kena study. You all know go to class lah and attend class. Some universities don't require you to go, and to be honest, some classes you don't need to go all the time. You just need to study and prepare a while. Like prepare a while. So if anything, I'll put a bonus tip, which is if you're going to classes and you're studying, don't go into class otak kosong. Know what the lecturer is going to teach. I know some lecturers do not tell you because your lecturers and they're also human. They're all at different stages of how well they teach. But as a student, dapat tahu terus what the study plan is and what is being planned to be taught in the class that is coming your way. Yeah, chapters. So, siapkan assignment doesn't have to be explained, but for some reason, some students don't do their assignments. I know if you're watching this video, you know who I'm talking about. Jenis budak yang takkan datang meeting, yang menghilang, harapkan nak buat kerja, tak buat. Sampai stres. Sampai macam, aku nak je nama kau atas assignment paper ni. And then lecturer kalau kena yang jenis, oh tak boleh, that's part of your training, you have to. Betul. When you go into work and you work in a team, you kind of have to you are dependent on your teammates doing work, and if they don't do it, you have to step up and take the flag for it lah, and take up the extra workload. Advice: don't work there anymore lah, ataupun like get that guy reported lah for something. So, team memberology. One, make sure that your team is a good team. Ideally, you get to go to a class with your friends that you know and trust, and so you can work together because the chemistry is there. Seperti buku bertemu ruas. Betul ke tu? Lah. So yeah, I did not have that benefit. Most of my classes, I registered only what was available. So because of that, I did not plan to go with any of my friends. I met a lot of different people, which for me, it was beneficial. I got to see a lot of people from all walks of life. But that meant I also had to work with people who did not have teams, who did not go to classes with their friends, the odd one out. And so I've had the blessing and the curse of having really great team members and also really bad team members. Now, how do you deal with bad team members? How I dealt with it immediately off the bat, if I know that they're bad, prepare in advance, get the assignment done from the first week. If your lecturer can be negotiated with, you can ask them for what the assignment can be done, what the assignment is, what assignments are planned for the semester, and you can do it in advance. I told my lecturers because I was staying with my grandma at that point, so I could not handle the last minute struggles with bad teammates. So I gave the lecturers a choice. I gave them options. One was let me do the assignment on my own, or let me know what the assignment is in advance so I have time to do it. I was also juggling work, part-time work, and also other passion projects. So I needed that stability. And if you take the time to explain to your lecturers these things, they are more than willing to help. I am blessed to have had really good lecturers who helped me set up my schedule better. Sometimes I don't get that. To be fair, and it was a struggle, but at least when you communicate this, when you're unable to meet their expectations, they understand where you're coming from and are more lenient. You can't drop your reason on the day you mess up. It's like messing up at your dinner meeting with the parents, the parents-in-law, only then to ask for your hand in for the hand of for her hand in or his hand in marriage. You don't do that. You want to score well, Asians, Malaysians. So early prep is requirement also. Consultation comes to that. You have to meet the lecturer and consult about your assignments. Get that first page done, what you want to do about your assignment. The assignment is about give us a report on this writer. Then get the materials and go to the lecturer. Here are the main parts I want to use. What do you think, sir? Should I go on with this? Because this, if you are planning to further your career, further your studies, then you kind of have to you have to master the skill of consultation. If you can do that, it will feel like university is just you lepaking with a very older friend who knows more and is your mentor. Because we call them lecturers, but if you play your cards right, they are more so mentors. Finally, on this one is but a while. I jenis yang kalau I find out the assignment in advance, I buat awal. I have prepared the whole assignment in a basic format, which I know will get me a C or a B plus in the very least. And then if I am blessed with better teammates, I then let them do the parts again, and then I improve my part to get a better score. Because I'm jenis yang boleh buat kerja macam tu. If you're not, you have to figure out quickly in the first year what your assignment method is, your methodology to assignment making. What's your system? You need to figure that out immediately. That way, it'll make your university life easier because a lot of times the assignments that give you a lot of marks. Second point, second chapter here. Jumpa lecturer. Jumpa lahiri, jumpa lecturer. Go see your lecturers. Siapa yang tengok video ni tak kenal nama lecturer dia halfway to the sem, malu. Shame on you. Shame. Kenal lecturer. Get to know them. Find out what they like to do. Make sure that they have lunch. I found out my lecturer doesn't have lunch more often than not, so I made her packeted teas so that she could drink it between classes and bring snacks just in case she feels like it. Often than not, tak jumpa pun, she doesn't need it, but it's just a nice gesture. Because they are also humans. And if they're in a good mood, they will be in a better mood to give you the education that you want. You're paying for it, but you also want it, so you kind of have to deal with the human aspect of education, which is your lecturers and your teammates. Ingat nama lecturer and go, hi madam. Hi madam apa? Hi madam Fariza, how was your day? Just say hi and talk to them. They're older, but at the same time, they're human, and you must engage in social interactions with them to remain human and to practice and celebrate your humaneness. Always ask questions. Tanya soalan. Kalau tak faham, tanya. Jangan, I cannot number the amount of times when I ask a question, it's always awkward. But then there's someone in the corner be like, yes, he asked that question. You could have asked that question too. Share that embarrassment point with me. Ask questions. But I know it's embarrassing. I know you've heard this multiple times before. I know segan. Tanya je. Kalau tanya if it's too embarrassing in class and you don't want to be like me, the hated student because always asking questions, then go after class. Go see them at the office room. If you feel scared, go with friends so they can learn together. Record the answers. Upload their answers kalau if the lecturers are okay with it. All the lecturers are like, they want to do that. They want to record the answers that everyone can learn from it, but they don't know how to handle the equipment, the tech and media. Help them out. Record your lecturers. Kenal segala ragam lecturer also. Find out if they have a good mood or a bad mood, what kind of person are they, because this is the thing you will need to learn, the skill of dealing with different people, berskala macam ragam, because that's a very strong work skill. You're not always going to get the best boss. You're not always going to get the best client. Being able to deal with these kind of people will help you move forward in life, generally. And if you don't believe me, at the very least, trust that if you can deal with a lecturer, you can deal with a parent-in-law, potential parent-in-law. Or in the very least, you can deal with a problematic lecturer or someone who's just annoying you in the streets. Finally, get their approval means get their recommendation, means get their referral, which means get their advice. You can't get a referral from them if they do not know you. Get advice from them. Ask them. Lecturers, PhD holders are usually at the pinnacle of whatever they're studying. Doesn't matter if there's another 7 or 8 dozen. Or even so, there might even only be one PhD lecturer of that subject specifically. Find out. But they are at that point that end point of knowledge and information. They are currently researching new stuff, and it may only be a blip in the sea of knowledge, but it's still a strong blip. And for you to get there, and for you to get even jobs, go to them. A lot of times, outside people in the industries will talk to lecturers for advice, and if they don't do that, they should, and they all want that. So talk to your lecturers. Your lecturers may know someone who may be able to give you this leg up in the career path that you want to do. Or if you do not know, because a lot of times, trust me, literature students, people will ask you this question, you will hate it, you will never know the answer, but will always say, oh, write here something. Is that what are you doing in your career path? What do you want to do? I found mine. Talking to a friend in board game saying that they had a degree, they did a lot of events in board game, and recently a position came up and they got the job as a lecturer in board games in sequential art. I would love to be able to be a lecturer one day. I may not have the requirements just yet, but one day perhaps. If not, I would love to be the go-to teacher to teach it kind of to teach these kind of things. These questions, answers are prepared on the spot. This is an exercise for me to practice on the spot answers and to immediately just put up what I can from memory. But maybe one day, if I can get the right things going, I would love to prepare my study plans for these videos better and prepare an answer that's more comprehensive. So yeah, ask them for advice. Get them to know you. Then you get the referral, which will then get you the recommendation. Next thing, if someone asks, like, oh, where do I find a young student who's interested in this? They will tell your name probably, which means you would have gotten their approval. Satu lagi, jangan stress. A lot of students stress. I know it's stressful, but stress kills the spirit. I cannot tell you how many times my psyche just went down the drain because I basically psyched myself out for my studies. I overthought about how difficult a subject was, or because I was scared I would never graduate, I stopped studying. Stress will be a big thing in your life, especially as a student. Learn stress that happens every single end of the year. I see a few graduates who have a seasonal stress point because of exams or assignments and how they all just start to pile up, which comes to why assignments should be done early because that doesn't help when you're all stressed out and tired and scared. Assignments looming over your head will not be something you want. So get it done early, get it done as soon as possible. Jangan lambat-lambatkan selagi pun. Unless ada tak yang buat last second, but jenis buat last second, then shouldn't be stressed out lah. So this conversation is null point and needless. Needless. Needless! But yeah, take each day as it comes, plan ahead, and always remember the important thing is that you finish. I know, as Asians, we all want the 4 GPA, honors degree shit. Yeah, I hats off. Sorry. Okay, hats off to my friend who have sorry. Hats off to my friends who have always been getting forced over CGPA as honest. I am in total respect of you. But for those who find it hard and difficult, do not stress out. Finish your degree. Don't burn yourself out in the second or third year trying to get things you feel are impossible, but rather just get things done. Keep moving because with a degree, specifically for this question again, degree, the important thing isn't how well you did in the first, second year and badly in the third, fourth year. It's how you finish. You have to finish. That's the big thing. Don't put anything on a pedestal. It's CGPA, scores, friends, or even relationships. You are in the university. You want to focus on finishing. Yes, relationships are great. Yes, keep them as much as possible. But at the end of the day, you have to finish your degree. This is specifically for the question, how do I finish my degree? There are some situations in which a degree may not be the best option at the end of the day. It's regrettable. But please remember that you are human. A degree isn't a catch-all. You don't often need it. It would be nice to have one. If you are blessed, you will be able to attempt it again. But do your best. Stay human, stay alive, stay strong. You probably already are. Be gentle on yourself and finish. Everything in perfect balance. I don't feel so good. So study smart and play hard. Your time is yours. You'll find a lot of people doing different events and different things and different passion projects, but you have your things to deal with. Your time in college is yours. So chase after the dreams you want to do in college. If you want to pull off a theater show, go do that. If you want to do whatever you want, do it. You want to start a business conglomerate, then do it while studying. No matter what tea is spilled, what drama exists in your time will always be now. Be selfish. I've been telling this a lot of times to people. People will argue, Sukatila, but this is my video, and I say love is the most selfish thing you could ever do, and it is a feeling of yours that only you can ever fully comprehend and therefore appreciate. So love yourself, study smart, and play hard to get. Because in the question of finishing your degree, you come first. Kalau ajak lepas malam and you are not ready, study dulu. If you have assignments to finish, finish your assignments. If you're too stressed out, go out and have fun. Love yourself first. If a friendship causes you to deteriorate, distance yourself for a bit, rehabilitate, and attempt your life again. You do not always need to be an A plus person. You only just need to be a person. The A plus comes when it comes. Breathe. Do fine. That's all. Okay, this is the only fourth. This is specifically the four chapters. I think a student might have trouble facing the degree. There are also other things like financial stuff that I can't really touch on because that was not the spirit of which this question was asked. However, if it's financials, I would advise you to talk to people, lecture specifically, and also look around your university for odd jobs, part-time jobs, and do what you can. But try to get as much help as you can. Primarily, if it's about for me when I was really broke and stretching the dollar like crazy, food was my priority, and so I looked for ways to find food. If you want to know more about that, you can ask me on the Twitter thread at Shogun Gekone, or you can just check out Makrosini and I will respond to it. Yeah, that's all from me. That was Umar. I have a question from brought to you by Makrosini. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.